Why some men effortlessly attract women, while others struggle. Have you ever noticed how some men seem to naturally draw women in, while others chase endlessly with little success? It's a frustrating paradox. The harder you try to win a woman over, the less interested she becomes. But here's the truth. The difference isn't just about looks, money, or luck. It's about mindset. Women are instinctively drawn to men who think and act in a certain way, a way that flips the traditional dating script on its head. Today, we're breaking down 5 powerful Machiavellian rules of attraction that will change how you approach women forever. Now, when we say Machiavellian, we don't mean manipulative or deceitful. We're talking about being strategic, understanding human nature and using that knowledge to your advantage. These rules aren't about cheap pickup lines or mind games. They're about how you carry yourself in everyday life, both in person and online, so that women are naturally drawn to you. When you apply these principles, you won't need to fake confidence or pretend to be someone you're not. You'll simply become the kind of man women can't ignore. The goal: to help you become more grounded, more self-assured, and undeniably attractive, without a hint of neediness. Each of these 5 rules will challenge you to shift your mindset and behavior. If you're ready to stop chasing and start attracting, let's dive in. Rule number 1. Stop chasing. Let her chase you. Most men are conditioned to believe they have to pursue women relentlessly, constantly texting, showering them with compliments, and bending over backward to please them. But here's the problem. Overeagerness sends a clear message: I'm not high value enough on my own, so I need to chase you. Let's compare 2 men interested in the same woman. A man number 1 texts her constantly, always compliments her, and is available at the drop of a hat. A man number 2 is engaging when they're together, but otherwise focused on his own life. No bombardment of attention. Which one will she be more intrigued by? Almost always, it's man number 2. Why? Because chasing puts her on a pedestal and puts you in a subordinate position. It flips a psychological switch. Anything that comes too easily loses its appeal. Think about it. People value what they have to earn. If you're always available, your attention feels cheap. But if you're selective, if your time feels like a reward, she'll value it more. So, what should you do instead? Match her level of investment. If she takes hours to reply, do the same, not out of pettiness, but to show you have a life outside of her. Be present when you're together, but scarce when you're apart. Don't hover. Let her wonder about you. Focus on your goals, hobbies, and passions. A man with a full life is inherently more attractive. When you stop chasing, something fascinating happens. She'll start pursuing you. She'll wonder why you're not like other guys who bombard her with attention. She'll reach out more, put in effort, and, most importantly, invest in the interaction. People care more when they put in the work. A woman who feels she had to win you over will value your attention far more than one who felt you were an easy catch. As Machiavelli taught, it's often smarter to let others come to you on your terms rather than chasing on theirs. So, stop chasing. Become the prize, and let her effort win you over. Rule number 2. Keep an air of mystery. In the early stages of dating, most men make a critical mistake. They reveal everything about themselves too soon. They spill their life story, share every thought, and leave no room for intrigue. But here's the truth. Attraction thrives on curiosity. If she feels like she's already figured you out, the excitement fades. Imagine 2 first dates. A man number 1 spends the whole night talking about himself, his childhood, career, every detail. By the end, there's nothing left to discover. A man number 2 shares just enough to intrigue her, his passions, a few interesting stories, but leaves some things unsaid. Who will she want to see again? Man number 2. Machiavelli understood the power of withholding full disclosure. In romance, this means not overwhelming her with your entire life story on day 1. Let things unfold naturally. Here's how to maintain mystery. Pace yourself. If she asks about your past, give a genuine answer, but don't dump every detail at once. Reveal layers over time. Have a unique skill or hobby. Let her discover it gradually. Be unpredictable in a good way. Surprise her with a spontaneous outing, then take time for yourself. This isn't about playing games, it's about letting attraction build naturally. When she doesn't know everything about you, her mind fills in the gaps, often with intrigue and desire. In a world where people overshare on social media, restraint stands out. Post occasionally, but don't document every moment. Let her wonder about you. Mystery creates anticipation. She'll look forward to each conversation because there's always something new to discover. And that is the heartbeat of attraction. So, resist the urge to over-explain. Let her experience you bit by bit, and let the unknown work in your favor. Rule number 3. Master your emotions. Nothing kills attraction faster than emotional neediness or volatility. When a man panics over small things, jealousy, anger, or anxiety, he signals insecurity. And insecurity is deeply unattractive. Think about it. How many guys have you seen blow up a woman's phone because she didn't reply fast enough? Or lose their cool over a cancelled plan, only to backtrack with desperate apologies later? Those reactions don't just look weak, they are weak. And women notice. Machiavelli taught that a true leader stays calm, even when provoked. In dating, this means being grounded and unshakable, no matter what happens. Women will test your emotional strength, sometimes without realizing it. She might take longer to reply one day. Cancel plans last minute. Playfully tease you to see how you react. The insecure man freaks out. He double texts, demands explanations, or lashes out. The confident man? He stays composed. If she cancels, he says, "No worries, let's reschedule," then goes and enjoys his free time. If she teases him, he laughs it off or teases back, without getting defensive. His mood isn't dictated by her actions. He controls his emotions, not the other way around. Here's how to master yours. 1. Pause before reacting. Feeling anxious? Take a breath. Wait before responding. 2. Avoid overinvesting too soon. You might like her, but don't rush into infatuation. 3. Stay independent. If you catch yourself obsessing over her, refocus on your purpose. Emotional discipline isn't about suppressing feelings, it's about choosing how you express them. A man who stays calm under pressure earns respect. He shows he can handle life's ups and downs, and that makes him irresistible. Rule number 4. Set boundaries, command respect. Being kind and easygoing is great, but if you have no boundaries, women will walk all over you. And once that happens, attraction dies. Machiavelli knew this. A leader who can't command respect loses his kingdom. In dating, a man who can't set boundaries loses her interest. Think about the guy who lets his girlfriend constantly flake on plans, disrespect him in front of others, treat him like an afterthought. He thinks, if I just tolerate it, she'll love me. But the opposite happens. She loses respect for him. Now, imagine the man who calmly enforces standards. If she's rude, he says, "I don't talk to people that way. I'd appreciate the same respect." If she cancels last minute, he doesn't beg, he says, "Let me know when you're serious about meeting up." That man. She respects him. Because he respects himself. Here's how to set boundaries without being controlling. Be clear, not aggressive. I'm happy to help, but I need notice. Last-minute requests don't work for me. Follow through. If she keeps crossing the line, walk away. Empty threats backfire. Never apologize for having standards. Your time, energy, and self-respect matter. Early on, women will test your boundaries, often subconsciously. Shows up late? Glad you made it. Next time, let's stick to the plan. Asks for unreasonable favors? I can't do that, but here's what I can do. How you respond teaches her how to treat you. Paradoxically, the more you stand up for yourself, the more she'll respect and want you. Because women can't love a man they don't respect. As Machiavelli put it, it's better to be feared than loved, if you must choose. In modern dating, replace feared with respected. You don't want her afraid of you, you want her to fear losing you because you value yourself. Set boundaries early. Keep them firm. The result: either a relationship where you're valued, or the freedom to find one where you will be. Rule number 5. Remain sovereign. Put purpose first. The most attractive men have one thing in common: they're the captains of their own lives. They don't abandon their mission for anyone. This is what we call sovereignty, being the ruler of your own kingdom. Think about 2 men. A man number 1 drops everything when a woman shows interest. He cancels workouts, neglects his business, and reshapes his schedule to accommodate her every whim. A man number 2 stays committed to his purpose. He makes time for her, but his goals, health, and growth remain non-negotiable. Which man commands more respect? Man number 2, every time. Why? Because neediness is repulsive, while purpose is magnetic. Machiavelli warned rulers never to depend entirely on others' favor. In dating, this means: your happiness isn't tied to her approval. Your schedule isn't cleared just because she's free. Your identity isn't defined by being her boyfriend. Practical ways to stay sovereign. 1. Keep your non-negotiables: gym time, work hours, personal projects. 2. Don't sacrifice friendships or hobbies for a new relationship. 3. Maintain emotional independence. Want her, but don't need her. When you live this way, something powerful happens. She'll respect your time more because you respect it first. She'll feel privileged to be part of your world, not like she's your whole world. She'll see you as someone worth chasing because you're already winning at life. The ultimate attraction mindset. These 5 rules all point to one core principle: true attraction starts with self-value. When you stop chasing and become the prize, maintain an air of exciting mystery, master your emotional responses, set and enforce clear boundaries, stay committed to your sovereign purpose, you transform into the kind of man women naturally gravitate toward, not because you're manipulating them, but because you've become genuinely more attractive through your mindset and actions. Remember, the most charismatic men you know, whether in movies, history, or real life, they all share these traits. They're never desperate. They reveal themselves gradually. They stay cool under pressure. They command respect effortlessly. They're driven by purpose beyond romance. This isn't about pretending. It's about developing into your strongest, most self-assured version. When you do that, attraction becomes automatic. Final challenge. For the next 30 days, focus on applying just one of these rules at a time. Start with stopping the chase, then add mystery, emotional control, and so on. Track the differences in how women respond, and more importantly, how you feel about yourself. Attraction isn't about tricks. It's about becoming a man who doesn't need validation, but gets it anyway. That's the power of these Machiavellian principles. They don't just change your dating life, they upgrade your entire existence. If you found this valuable, share it with a friend who needs to hear it. Subscribe for more insights on mastering psychology and strategy. Thanks for watching. Now go build your kingdom.